Yesterday, I saw a mom and her teenage daughter going through the grocery store. She had three kids, three girls, and the daughter, the teenager, and her were fighting, like as though they were two teenagers. And people would walk by and they'd be like, "Nope, we get it, we get it. We have kids too." And to me, it's like why are we blaming the children? Just the children. Like the parent is also struggling. The child is also struggling. When our kids are struggling, they need us to be the parent. They need us to have an emotional intelligence within us to say, "Hey, what's going on?" And how we can do that is we can have compassion for these kids, right? Like if a child is acting out, there's something deeper going on that they need support with, right? And you may not be able to get there from there because if you've been arguing, usually we get what ends up happening is we get triggered, right? We get triggered because we feel embarrassed because our children are acting out. We get triggered for whatever the reason why they're acting out. So like here's where we can meet is compassion. Have you ever been a teenager where you felt like you weren't heard? Have you ever been a teenager where you felt like your parents weren't listening to you and adults said, "Oh, we get it"? Like, can you relate on that level to your child? And if you can, how can you go from that space? How can you say, "Look, I get it. Like, things are heated right now. I'm super sorry. Let's just like back up, like take a minute and actually take some time to reflect on what it felt like when you were a teenager. Take some time to reflect on what that trigger is that makes you want to fight back, lash out. There's something inside of you that feels judged, that feels protective. And when we can get to the layer of that, then we're actually able to find an entryway, to find a connection that can grow much deeper than this superficial argument, because I can promise you this argument probably happens over and over and over again. Maybe not in the grocery store, maybe not for standing on the back of the cart, maybe for not getting the ranch that you want, whatever it may be. There's this underlying wound that needs to be healed within you, within her, within me, so we can get a much deeper connection with our children. And it's possible, but it takes some introspection, and it takes compassion, and it takes understanding. Let's try and remember what it felt like to be a teen that's unheard. And it's hard. It's very hard. So yeah, that's my thought, is finding the entryway inside of you. Where do you feel judged? Do you feel judged by others? Do you feel judged by yourself? Do you remember what this feeling is like? And if so, how can you relate that to your child? Relate it back. Find a mutual understanding and a mutual respect where you both can find common ground and have a healthy conversation where you both feel heard. I hope this is helpful. It sure was for me. Thanks. Have a great day.